Superstars, that's what you are, in my opinion, on today's episode of Baseball King Collectibles. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the show. Once again, I got a box of cards. It just says Superstars on the front, on the side. I have no idea what's in it. It's an 800 count box. It's in alphabetical order, and it's from 82 downwards. Back to the 70s, and I don't think there's any 60s. It might be a couple in there mixed in, 60s and a couple of 70s, but it's some late 70s mostly to 82. And that's it. That's what's in the box. Nothing else. So, and I have no idea. But it does say Superstar, so I'm assuming it's going to be Hall of Fame type players. So everybody in this car was still playing at the time when I put this box together. So, again, no idea. And for all you new guys out there, don't forget, like, subscribe, and if you're watching for the first time, I just don't do cards. I do autographs as well. I'm an in-person autograph collector with over 10,000 in-person autographs. Look, celebrities, baseball players, sports, history, everything, political, everything. I got, like I said, 10,000 in-person autograph collectors, photos with them, all that. So instead of looking at my face anymore, let's go to the video and let's look through this box and see what we came up with. Alrighty, let's do it. This is the 800 count box. Superstars. Wow. I put this together probably in the early 80s. So don't kill me. No penny sleeves. No nothing. Penny sleeves didn't exist, guys, until they didn't become popular until mid to late 80s. It weren't available. It wasn't around. Nobody used it. So don't kill me. They're all here. All in their glory. So, and this is the way I keep my cards. I don't care. You can yell all you want. I'm going to take them out stacks at a time here and then go through them real quick. So you can see, you can see some of the guys we have in so far. The players, and we're going to go through it real quick. I'm not going to keep you guys here all day. All right. Let's get the rest out of here. Oh, it's nice. Like I said, it's all superstars. So will they be all superstars? I'm going to get the box out of the way and let's get into it. Let's get it started with the Johnny Benches. I believe it's going to be in alphabetical order mostly, right? All right, so this is an 82 bench. An 81, okay, so it's going to go down 81s and the actions to 80, right? This is 1980. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is 83, right? Oh, geez, see, I got to know my years. I don't. It is 82. I was right. I was right the first time. These are 82s, and these are 81s with the caps. Okay, and these are flares, and these are 1980s. Okay, here we go, 79s. 79 is a little bit of value. Some of this, I don't know. But look, God, wow. Whoa, Johnny Bench, my man, Johnny Bench. I get him to autograph all these. Wouldn't that be how many? Wow. See, that's a one big pile, just the benches. So we'll go through a fast. A couple older ones in here, 75, and we get the George Bretts. So I guess this is 82s, right? 82 is the oldest card we see. So 83s. Where is 82? Jeez. 82s. All right, get it straight already. All right, so this the oldest card in here is going to be an 82. The newest. The newest is going to be an 82. Get that right. Okay, and everything has been in this box since 82. Okay, everything. So I just put together a bunch of stars and superstars of what I had, I guess, at the time. Didn't put them in a binder. Maybe I should. Here's some older Bretts. All Brett. Okay, that's that pile of Brett. There's an older Brett on top I see right here. 77. And we got Lou Brock. Okay, so this is all alphabetical order. Great. So I'm going to put it back right the way they are. I don't want to mix it up then because we'll get lost and I won't know where anything is anymore. That's how I do things. I'm going to put it right back. Superstars, I'll know just what that is. But like I said, there's no penny sleeves on nothing. Oh, these cards were, it's a nice Carew. Look, it's nicely scented and everything, right? But is it value-wise? What's the value? Even what's the value? The newer ones. These 80, all 80 and above. Do they worth any value? Here's a Hostess one. Is there any value to the Carew cards? Yeah, a big chunk of them like I got in my hand here. All-Stars. That's a little older one, 79s. But is there any value to them? What's the value? This whole big batch of, if it was all Carews, $50, they're in decent condition. These older ones are in pretty good condition. The newer ones, like Carlton now, these went straight from a pack, straight into here. I was my 20s already. So I wasn't playing with the cards. I wasn't shuffling them through them. We weren't flipping them like the old. Remember, we used to flip cards. I'll just use one here, right here. We used to go like this with the cards. We used to take it like this. We used to play each other. We used to flip it like that. And I land on heads, okay? Then we take the next card. You guys are going to kill me for this. Rod Carew. And we flip it. Oh, I landed on heads. That means I got your card. So it'll be a two-player game. I landed on heads. You landed on heads. I got it. If I landed on tails, I would have got it. And the other guy would have got it. So that was a great game. Hey, you guys are missing all the fun. You know, that's what we should do with the cards. The commons, right? Who cares? I don't know. What's this card worth, Carlton? Is it even going for a dollar pile, these cards? Any of these dollar pile cards? I mean, do you send these out to get graded? No. They're $20 to get graded. What's the grading? What are they going to come back as? 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, whatever. It ain't going to be worth the price of grading. So, Older Carter. Gary Carter. Who doesn't love Gary Carter? Bunch of Carters in here. Whoop. This one's a little stuck together. They're all 80s. So 80 and above really has no value, right? It's 79s and back. So we can have some 79s. You know, 79s we pick up some value, but how much? Not much. 78s, not much. George Forster, whoops, we're going to skip right by Forster because there's no value in George Forster. So we put that there. I want to just get everything off the screen there. We'll start out with Forster. Like I said, what's George Forster? It's absolutely nothing. But at the time, when I put this box together in 1982, George Forster was a big star. He was still with the Reds. He wasn't with the Mets yet, where his career just crumbled. But he had some big years on his way to the Hall of Fame. Didn't make it. So this was one of my speculations that didn't make it. Everybody else we've seen so far is a Hall of Famer. And like I said, this is all before none of these guys were in the Hall of Fame. These are all still playing in the playing career. Garvey, another speculation of mine, superstar. At the time, he was a superstar. And he's, you know, you can still classify him as a superstar. Just short of the Hall. Look at his numbers. He had that consecutive game streak. He's got the NL record, I believe. Second consecutive games in a row. Here's more Forster mixed in. Back with Garvey. You know, I mean, Garvey got a great career. One day, he might make it in, but like I said, his cards have no value because he's not a Hall of Famer, and he's never going to be. Well, he could be, but even if he gets into the Hall of Fame, he'll be one of those lower Hall of Fame guys like Harold Baines that nobody cares about. So, more Garveys, more Garvey. We'll get past Garvey. Oh, nice flare. Is that Flair or Donruss? I don't even know which was which already at those days. They started coming out. Here's Ricky. Yeah, we got some Rickies. So Ricky's a little better, you know. Ricky, his was, because 1982, it's only his third year. So it's third year Ricky. I got 3 of those there. These are 80. The year before that. I'm not even going to try with the years. There's the 80s. I know the 80 is the 81s. I'm sorry, with the baseball cup. So this is second year Ricky. That's a pretty good card. You know, off centers a little, but, you know, hey. Got a bunch of them. I'll take it. I didn't even know what's in this. Like I said, I don't know what's in here. Here's Reggie. That's that puzzle. There's like 2 sides to that one. I don't have the other side. Reggie. How many more Reggies? Okay, enough Reggie. Okay. Freddie Glenn. See, Freddie Glenn at the time, 1982, was still good potential Hall of Famer. He had a couple more good years, but he didn't. He flamed out after that rookie. Phenomenal. MVP Rookie of the Year. That was phenomenal. Him and Jim Rice came up the same year, and he got all the big awards. Rice was second, but Rice went on to the Hall of Fame, and Fred Lynn didn't. Injuries really cut back his career a lot, so, you know, it happens. Happens to the best of them. You know, Fred Lynn did not make the Hall of Fame. Here's one who did. It's Big Willie McCovey. McCovey, the most feared hitter growing up for me. Most feared hitter. Till Stargell came along, also was the most feared hitter for left-handed. First baseman just didn't want that ball hit to them on a line drive. You know, they had a couple extra steps back, the second baseman. You know, they even did the shift for McCovey. They had the McCovey shift. It's a nice 71. A nice 68. That's nice. These 2 nice ones in there. So, like I said, I don't know what's in here myself. Another McCovey. You got 68. 2 of them? Yeah, just the 2. And the 71. Okay. Joe Morgan's not he's a Hall of Famer, of course, but his cards aren't Hall of Fame money. You know what I mean? They're not big. He should be. I mean, he should be. But it's not, and at this point in time, it never will be. That's just the way, you know, just the way the cookie crumbles in cards. If you didn't go up yet, you're not going to go up. And he already passed away. You know, that's when cards even go up even more. But, you know, Morgan was a great player. And here's the next one is Thurman Munson, of course. 79s. There was no card after that. That was his last card, the 79. Of course, he tragically passed away during that season on August 2nd, 1979. Oh, wow. The sideburns, the mustache, that's just the look back then. 78. I mean, Munson could be a Hall of Famer. I mean, for the amount of years, he got an MVP award and all that. There's a nice Eddie Murray rookie, well off center. There's some Murrays. Whoop, was it for Murray? Oh, Palmer. How did Murray sneak in there? All right. There's some Palmers. Palmer. Again, another pitcher, underrated. We have 3 Cy Youngs or something like that. He was a great pitcher. He was probably the best pitcher, for the American League from 67 to 77 for 10-year reign. Jim Rice. Hey, Jim Rice. Okay. Palmer, all the ones here. Any older Palmers here? I went through it too fast. Oh, Jim Rice. Okay. Jim Rice, again, he had a phenomenal start to his career. And he did make the Hall of Fame, and he had a steady career. Steady Hall of Famer. Any rookie cards in there? Nope. There's Frank Robbins. Hey, 66 Frank Robbins. What are you doing here, Frank? With no penny sleeve, no nothing. Card number 310. Wow. Brooks Robinson. Hey, Nolan Ryan. That's not bad. Any Nolan Ryan's good. I don't know why Nolan Ryan's... Well, we know why Nolan Ryan's the best. But compared to other pitchers, Gibson and Seaver, Ryan's just getting a lot more money. And, they had the Cy Youngs and, Ryan's got the strikeouts, but he's also got a lot of losses and a lot of walks. Wait, there was some older ones here. 79s. Wow, give me there, guy. Woo. 1, 2, 3 of those. Okay. What are all the ones? 75. It's a nice 75. 75s are hard to get. The corner up there. Hard to get in good condition also. We got some Schmitty. Michael Jack. Any older ones in here? Michael Jack. Okay. All right. Enough of me yelling his name over and over, but it's fun. Baseball cards. This is what it's all about. Handle and touch. Who cares what the price is? Who cares? You guys are too much with the value, guys. Forget it. This box of cards, I don't even know what the value is. Who cares? It's worth nothing. Can I shop with this? Can I go to the supermarket and handle, hey, make some cards here. I'll pay for my cards. Don't think I'm crazy. 77, 76, and we got this Tom the franchise with the Reds. It's just I'm a Yankee fan, but seeing Seaver with the Reds is still always weird. He's a Met. This guy's a Met. He never left. He came back and they screwed that up too, and he wound up leaving again. Wow, a lot of 79s. Look at that. Woo. It's a batch. But like I said, what are they, a buck in the buck pile? These are dollar cards in the condition. I mean, I don't know, $2, $3? You tell me. There's Pops. We were talking about Pops before, the fed hitter. That's Pops. He was. I mean, I'm telling you. This guy was feared. Wow. First baseman, hey, he did win the MVP with the 79 We Are Family. Split that with Keith Hernandez, of course. But that's okay. Still MVP on his ledger. Hall of Famer is a 77. 76. And we're going to Fernando, who did not make the Hall again. Here's the speculation. Should be in 82. I put it in the box. He's only his 3rd year. 2nd year, actually. So there's not much on Fernando here. And he's going to make the Hall of Fame. Another one on his way, well on his way, was Willie Wilson, too. Look at his early years. He was well on his way. But, again, just went on to have a Mickey Rivers type of career. Maybe a little better, but, nothing made. A lot of Willie Wilson. Too bad he's not in the Hall of Fame. I'm stocked on him. Wow. Really stocked. There's one who did his Dave Winfield of the New York Yankee 10-year contract. They signed him from San Diego, who was doing great with the Padres, of course. Couldn't hold on to him. There he is, Padres player before the Yankees. All right, 80s, and let's get our last pile. Our last pile. Running out of alphabets, right? W, X, Y, Z. Who could be left? Winfield. All right, Padres. Some nice older ones. 77, 76. Hey, it's Robin Yount, of course. We're in the Ys. Ooh, this could be the last one. It's Robin Yount. All right, a lot of Younts up to 82. I remember this is only up to 82, so this is all 80s, 81s, 82s. Again, not much value, has 79s. But these are just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun to look through, have. I just like having them. It's not even about I like having them. I don't care. Look, I'll shuffle them up. Look, guys, get all mad at me. It's not a big deal. These are baseball cards. It's just to have fun with. It's not a value thing with me. It's just liking what you got. Enjoy the hobby is what I always say. Buy what you like. Don't listen to nobody. Listen to yourself. And what you like, other people don't like, that's fine. It's what you like. And see you soon. But we're going to wrap this up, I think, with the recap. We'll go back to the studio for a minute and wrap it up. All right, let's throw it back. All right, got the box back in order, putting it back into storage where it was. Well, not in storage, just putting it back in the shelf. See, I got some stuff behind me here. I'm going to put it right back in there and sleeve it back in there where it says Superstars. Now I know exactly what's in there if I'm ever looking for something. But what's the value in there? Doesn't matter. It's not much. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it's 800 cards. If they're $2 each, that's $1,600 if you want to do it that way. On average, $2 each, right? On average. Some were more, some were 50 cents, I guess. Or $1 each is $800. So anyway, it's like I said, penny sleeves are not in that either. There were no penny sleeves. They didn't exist. There was no thing. Nobody cared. You went to a card show, everything was loose on a table. There was not even like the protective, because nothing was worth big money. It was $1 and $2 cards we're dealing with. But it was just fun. That's all it was. And that's all it still should be. You guys are looking to be millionaires right off the bat by opening up a pack of cards. Forget it. Go get a job. Go have a good time. Get a job you like, though, of course. And that's it. And you're not going to be millionaires off the bat. You have a better chance with a scratch-off ticket. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed that, going through that box. I got so many more to go through. If you like that, if you like autographs, tell me what you like, down below. Leave some comments. I don't know what you guys like, but I'm going to leave a little of everything. I'm doing everything, even shorts. I do a lot of shorts. If you like shorts, I open up a pack a day because why not? I love opening up packs of cards. Who doesn't? You don't? You liar. You do too. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next episode of Baseball King Collectibles. Subscribe.